All right, imagine this, $43 million in a year. Like, just try wrapping your brain around that. And no, it's not from curing cancer or inventing flying cars. Nope, it's from posting pics and videos on the internet. Crazy, right? Couldn't be me or you, honestly. But guess what? It's Sophie Rain. Yeah, she's out here making the kind of money that makes Richie Rich look over his shoulder, all while we're deciding if we can afford the large fries at McDonald's. So, who is Sophie Rain? She's this OnlyFans creator who somehow convinced millions of people to fork over their hard-earned cash for a glimpse into her yacht. She's not just making bank, she's swimming in it. Like, imagine Scrooge McDuck, but instead of a vault full of coins, it's TikTok dances and Instagram thirst traps. But this isn't just about Sophie being rich, it's about what her whole vibe says about us as a society. Spoiler? It's kind of depressing. Like, are we really out here valuing this over, I don't know, literally anything else? But how did we even get here? Sophie didn't just wake up one day, post a selfie, and instantly become a millionaire. Nah, this was a slow burn that turned into an explosion. The internet basically works like this. Someone gets a little attention, and if they know how to play the game, that little spark becomes a wildfire. And Sophie? She's playing the game like she's got cheat codes. Her rise started on TikTok around 2020, back when everyone was either baking banana bread or learning the renegade. She posted videos that leaned into the hot girl doing trendy dances vibe, which, let's be honest, is like catnip for the algorithm. One video blew up, then another, and soon her follower count was growing faster than your teacher trying to call on you when you didn't do your homework. On Instagram, she continued to build her brand, creating a polished, curated version of herself that kept people hooked. By the time she launched her OnlyFans, she had a ready-made audience that was already invested in her every move. From there, it was like flipping a money printer switch. She figured out the formula early: look good, keep people intrigued, and always stay one step ahead of the next trend. Whether it's a viral dance, a spicy Instagram post, or a random podcast appearance where she casually drops, "Oh yeah, I make $4 million a month."
I just need to know, like, how much are you making a month? You don't have to say, just show me. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And I won't break your phone. $4 million? $4 million in a month? Yeah.
Sophie knows how to keep herself in the spotlight. The girl isn't just selling content, she's selling a lifestyle, a dream. But let's be real, she couldn't do this without us. The internet basically handed her the keys to the castle. Millions of people saw her TikToks, liked her posts, and subscribed to her OnlyFans. It's like we all collectively said, yep, let's make her a millionaire. Even the Mr. Beast Squid Game video girl said this at the end.
How do y'all men even have that amount of money? You have wives, children, baby mamas, bills. Women, if you're seeing this, go through your man's phone. Because $4 million a month, I promise you, you will find that link in his search history. Go to private, go to the private tab. It's right up. Sophie Rain, Spider-Man video, bot. Sick, you weird. It's weird, because she also looks 14. So, get your bag, I guess. Thanks. $4 million. Disgusting.
And that brings me to the real question. Why are people so obsessed with her? All right, let's just cut to the chase. People are drawn to Sophie Rain because she's hot. That's it. She's got the whole perfect face, perfect body, perfect lighting thing going on. And for some reason, the internet decided that's worth $4 million a month. Logic? Nah, we threw that out the window a long time ago. And it's not just Sophie, it's the whole vibe of society right now. We're in a world where being attractive can catapult you to millionaire status faster than actually, doing something meaningful. Like, who needs talent when you've got cheekbones, right? The internet has turned hotness into the ultimate cheat code. Meanwhile, people out here saving lives or teaching kids can barely afford rent. Make it make sense. Imagine explaining this to your future kid. No, sweetie, we don't own a house because daddy was busy paying $10 a month to see a girl dance on TikTok. Absolute clownery, right? But here we are. But it's not just about looks, it's about who's watching. A huge chunk of Sophie's audience isn't even old enough to legally have a credit card. Like, half her fans are probably still getting their allowance. And the other half? Yeah, they're straight up borrowing their mom's Visa. Imagine your mom checking her bank statement and seeing OnlyFans subscription next to your name. That's a whole therapy session waiting to happen. The problem is that platforms like TikTok make people like Sophie way too accessible to everyone, including kids. Whether she's posting trendy dances or thirst traps, it's all over their For You page. And let's be honest, kids are curious. They see her raking in millions, and suddenly, OnlyFans doesn't seem like a weird adult website. It looks like a golden ticket to easy money. And then there's the Spider-Man thing. Oh boy. Let's talk about it. No, not no way home. More like no way this should be okay. Before things even got spicy, Sophie had already gone viral for posting a picture of herself in a gray Spider-Man costume. People were obsessed with it, and the internet couldn't stop sharing. Then came the spicy video featuring someone in a similar costume, and because her pic was already blowing up, everyone immediately assumed it was her. Instead of shutting it down, Sophie played along and teased it in her content.
Could you tell me the truth behind it? Was it real? Was it not? I'm really confused.
It was fake. It was always fake, and it's just not real.
It wasn't even you in the video?
No, it was someone else, and a lot of people said that I looked like her, so I just kind of went with it.
So you went viral for something that wasn't even you, and you just went with it?
Yeah, it worked.
Smart move for marketing, sure, but also, yikes. When a superhero costume that's supposed to remind kids of Saturday morning cartoons gets mixed up in OnlyFans drama, we've got a problem. But the real problem isn't Sophie. It's how society reacts to her success. People aren't just side-eyeing Sophie Rain because she's successful, they're outright losing their minds. Why? Because she's out here making doctor, lawyer, firefighter money just by posting thirst traps. And of course, the internet turned its outrage into memes. One that really got me was a side-by-side comparison of Sophie and NBA star Jimmy Butler. The caption said, "Sophie Rain doesn't make more than our star," showing Jimmy's $48 million salary this season, next to Sophie's $43 million. Jimmy's one of the NBA's top players, grinding through playoffs and leading his team to wins. Now imagine dedicating your life to that level of hard work, only to see someone's TikTok thirst traps almost match your earnings. The memes are funny, but they hit deep. It's crazy how society values this kind of content. But let's be real, the hate isn't about what Sophie does, it's about how much she's making. People aren't mad she's on OnlyFans, they're mad they're not pulling in $43 million themselves. Speaking of money, let's talk about how much she's actually making. Alright, let's put this in perspective. Sophie makes $133,000 a day. Every single day. That's like winning the lottery every morning before your alarm even goes off. Meanwhile, I'm over here debating if I can afford to add guac to my burrito. $43 million a year is such a ridiculous number that it feels fake. And honestly, some people think it might be. There are folks online saying this whole "I make $43 million" thing is just a genius way to promote her OnlyFans. Like, flexing this kind of cash makes people curious, and curiosity leads to subscriptions. One meme summed it up perfectly. Remember when people would post their stock wins or fat bank accounts to lure others into pyramid schemes? Now tell me why Sophie Rain would post that she makes $43 million a year. I mean, they've got a point. Whether it's true or not, the number itself has done its job. It's made everyone talk about her. And honestly, if it isn't real, then she's out here running the marketing scam of the decade. Respect the hustle, but also, yikes. But does the hate she gets really matter when she's this rich or claims to be? Let's talk about her response. So how does Sophie handle all the heat? Well, in her interviews and TikToks, she's basically like, don't hate the player, hate the game. And honestly fair. She didn't create the obsession with OnlyFans or society's weird priorities. She's just cashing in on it. Smart move or shameless? You decide. But here's the thing, some people are calling her out for not being completely transparent, especially with her younger audience. She insists she's not targeting kids, but come on, when your TikToks and viral moments are landing right on their For You pages, it's hard to say they're not part of your audience. And let's not forget the Spider-Man situation. It's hard to act innocent when your marketing strategy is blurring all the lines. But even if Sophie's playing the game, is the game itself rigged? Alright, let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about Sophie Rain, it's about us, society. Somewhere along the way, we decided that being hot is more valuable than being helpful. Like, you could be a firefighter saving lives, or you could post a thirst trap in a mirror and make more money in a day than most people make in a year. Guess which one gets the payday? Social media and OnlyFans made this possible. Platforms that started as places to share cute pet pics and vacation photos are now machines that reward clout, controversy, and skin over substance. It's like, sure, you built a skyscraper, but can you do it in a bikini? And yeah, that's the game Sophie is playing. But we're the ones keeping the game alive. So what's the solution? The truth is, people will spend their money however they want, and no amount of preaching will stop that. At the end of the day, you can't stop people from simping. It's like trying to stop a cat from knocking over your water glass. It's just in their nature. But maybe we can be a little more mindful of what we support. Instead of only clicking on the spicy content, why not give some love to people doing meaningful stuff, like artists, educators, or creators who actually add value? It's not going to fix the system overnight, but it's a start. And that's why Sophie Rain isn't the problem, we are. Sophie Rain isn't evil. She's just a product of the world we've created. If you're mad, be mad at the system, not at the person who figured out how to play it better than anyone else. Honestly, she's just doing what most of us would if we had the chance. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go cry into my ramen and rethink my life choices. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments how you'd spend $43 million, assuming you weren't spending it on OnlyFans. Peace.